Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Savannah, and today I'm going to be walking you through my super simplified 2-minute skincare routine. I have the most simple skincare routine. I simplified it a lot a few years ago, cutting out a lot of random products. If I didn't know the ingredients of the products, you know, watermelon burst this, honey something that, and you start reading the ingredients and you're like, what is this made of? Is it from the dollar store? After I got rid of all the funky stuff, I had my skincare in a pretty good place, but I still had quite a bit on the table, literally. I had vitamin C, I had a few different kinds of retinols, hyaluronic acid serum, chemical exfoliants. I had the whole gamut. I really hadn't simplified it that much. And then I got pregnant and I looked at the list of what I could use and all my favorites weren't on there. The retinol, the chemical exfoliating peels. There's a lot of stuff on the list that was like, no. And then some stuff was like, maybe. And I'm like, my glowing skin versus the health of my unborn child. I think I gotta flash some things off the table. So honestly, I was forced to minimize my skincare, but now that I'm doing it and living in it, it's so much better. My skin is so much better and it's way faster. So that's what I'm gonna share with you. It's a baby safe, I think. Do your own research. Also, if you're not pregnant or a mom, it's a do your skincare super fast and get out the door in a realistic way. I've got 3 steps in the morning and 2 at night. The only difference is I don't put on sunscreen at night. The first step, face wash, cleanser, whatever you want to call it. This is a Burt's Bees facial cleanser for sensitive skin. I'm not a Burt's Bees ride or die, but this face wash I really like. It's a pretty big container, 6 ounces, and this is my 3rd bottle. I don't have the most sensitive skin in the world, but my skin's fairly sensitive. I don't like it feeling stripped in the slightest, so I stay away from foam cleansers and all of those. I like to feel moisturized. I am not a skincare expert, but I do defer to the YouTube experts, AKA Skincare by Hiram. I really like his channel. Check it out if you haven't. I lean on him a lot because he focuses on drugstore products, which is right in my price range. So that's step 1 is washing my face. I just take a dollop of this, massage it into my skin, sometimes wet, sometimes dry. If I have makeup on, I'll usually put it on with a teeny bit of water and rub it around my face. It does a pretty good job of taking off makeup. I don't wear a full face of makeup, so I can't really speak to that if you do, full glam every day. But for getting off my makeup, this works for me. And step number 2 is moisturizers. Moisturizing is basically the only step that I really do or care to do with my skin anymore. These are 2 really inexpensive drugstore moisturizers. It is a, let's see, can't find it. Yep, 1.69 ounce. A decent size, not massive, not tiny. Again, these are Hiram approved, so I really trust him and learn from his channel. So that's kind of where I came across these 2 products. They are ELF, I'm kidding, ELF. ELF products, so you've probably seen ELF makeup. And first, when I heard ELF had skincare and people were recommending it, I was like, ugh. I just associated the brand with more of a Wet n Wild experience. But I guess I need to give more credit to ELF. The first moisturizer I have is this ELF Super Hydrate. This is made with squalene, which is one of my favorite hydrating ingredients. Squalene's the best. That's basically what this is a jar of squalene, at least in my mind. And it has a really unique consistency. It looks and feels like Jello, a little bit more liquidy than Jello. I had never used a gel moisturizer before and I love it, especially for warmer months. Sometimes I just want something a little lighter and this is just so fun to apply. I love the experience. Put it on your face and you just rub it in and it feels like water. You know, when you splash water on your face and that sensation in that moment, that's how this feels. I love wearing this at night. I just wake up feeling like my thirst has been quenched. So I know I'm really hyping this up. I just think it's really unique and nice and I just love this packaging. And then the second moisturizer I use is a bit more hydrating and rich, still fairly lightweight. This is ELF's Holy Hydration, and this has hyaluronic acid and peptides. So those are the key ingredients there. Again, also fragrance free. This one's a bit thicker. It looks like more of a traditional cream, and when you put it on, it is just so hydrating and lightweight. If you've been out in the sun or your skin feels a bit more dry and just in need of some love, this is just a cool hug. These are my two. There's no rhyme or reason when I choose to use one or the other. It's just based on what my skin feels like in the moment. The last and final, most important step in my skincare routine, whether my 20-year-old self likes it or not, is sunscreen. I had a full-blown sunscreen rebellion from my early teenage years through my 20s. I wanted to be bronzed, I wanted to be glowing, I was going to live forever. What is sun damage? What is skin cancer? But I've gotten a little older, gotten a little wiser, and what's the best way to keep your skin looking good? Preventative measures. This sunscreen is Elta MD, UV Daily Broad Spectrum SPF 40. It's sheer and lightweight, has hyaluronic acid, transparent zinc oxide, and UVA UVB protection. This is not a drugstore product. Maybe a drugstore sells it, but it's not drugstore prices. For me, my skin is so sensitive to sunscreen, especially around my eyes. I would say 9 times out of 10, a facial sunscreen makes my eyes burn and tear up. This is one of the very few sunscreens, maybe the only sunscreen. I haven't tried Supergoop. I know everybody loves Supergoop, but because this one works so great for me, I have just really stuck to it. I love how it's hydrating. I love how it's lightweight. It blends in, you can't see it. It's like basically invisible. And this bottle, it's what, 1.7 ounces. It actually goes a long way. This lasts me a long time, maybe a third of a year, I would say, a rough guess. Do I wear it every single day to be fully transparent? No. Do I want to? Yes. Probably 5 out of 7 days a week, I am putting this on my face. I think that's pretty dang good compared to 0 times per a decade prior. Woof. 1 pump of this is a pretty good amount. I think it covers, at least for me, my face and my neck and décolletage in a pretty heavy way. So I'm definitely not trying to skimp on this, not trying to just check the box. I'm actually trying to protect my skin. And something about wearing sunscreen just makes me feel like I really have my shit together. That's that. That's my skincare routine in this current stage of life as a new mom with little personal time. Skincare is certainly not a one-size-fits-all. Even for me, my skin is so different than it was a year ago. I'm sure it will be different in the future. I'm always evolving, changing things up with the ebbs and flows of life. So try it out for yourself. Maybe you take out a step or two out of your routine. See how your skin reacts. You don't know unless you give it a try. My everyday makeup routine is just as minimal, so let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in seeing that. As always, thanks so much for watching my channel. I'm having a lot of fun here on YouTube, and I hope you're having fun with me. So I'll see you guys next week. Oh yes, like this video if you liked it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. I post new videos every week. I'll catch you in my next one, and have a fun day. Bye.